May 18th. This morning seems like a million years ago. I remember seeing the moon in the sunrise sky. It was a half a moon, but it was clearly visible, and I looked at it and I thought about how tonight the meteor was going to hit it, and how exciting that would be. It was just going to be me, Johnny, and Mom for the big event. That's what she called it, the big event. Mom had gotten out Matt's telescope, and she found a really good pair of binoculars that had somehow found themselves last summer. We decided to sit out on the road because we had a better view. It was like a big block party. The houses are so widespread on the road you couldn't really hear anything, just a general happy buzz. When it got closer to 9:30, things got really quiet. You could sense how we were all craning our necks looking towards the sky. Johnny was at the telescope. He was the first one who shouted that the asteroid was coming. He could see it in the night sky, and then we all could. The biggest shooting star you could imagine. It was a lot smaller than the moon, but bigger than anything else I'd ever seen in the sky. It looked like it was blazing, and we all cheered when we saw it. And then it hit. Even though we knew it was going to, we were still shocked when the asteroid actually made contact with the moon, with our moon. And at that second, I think we all realized that it was our moon, and if it was attacked, we were attacked. Or maybe nobody thought that. I know most of the people on the road cheered, but then we all stopped cheering, and a woman a few houses down screamed, and then a man screamed, "Oh my God!" The people were yelling, "What, what?" Like one of us knew the answer. I know I can't explain it because I don't really know what happened, and I sure don't know why. But the moon wasn't half moon anymore. It was tilted and wrong and a 3/4 moon, and it got larger, way larger. Large like a moon rising on the horizon, only it wasn't rising. It was smack in the middle of the sky, way too big, way too visible. You could see details in the crater even without the binoculars that before I'd seen with Matt's telescope. It was still our moon, and it was still just a big dead rock in the sky, but it wasn't benign anymore. It was terrifying, and you could feel the panic swell around us. Some people raced to their cars and started speeding away. Others began praying or weeping. One household began singing the Star-Spangled Banner. After going inside, I forced myself to look at the moon. I think I was afraid I'd see it had grown even bigger, that it really was lumbering its way towards Earth to crush us all to death, but it didn't seem to have gotten any larger. It was still off, though, still tilted in a funny way, and still too large for the night sky. There was a bulletin on the TV. Whoever was broadcasting the news must have heard it over his little earphone because he actually turned pale. Mom grasped my hand in Johnny's. "It'll be all right," she said. "Whatever it is, we'll get through this." The newsman cleared his throat like taking an extra few seconds was going to change what he had to say. "We are receiving reports of widespread tsunamis," he said. The tides, as most of you know, the moon controls the tides. And the moon, well, whatever happened this evening at 9:37 p.m., we don't know just what really happened. But whatever it was, the tides were affected. Massive flooding has been reported all over the eastern seaboard. "All right, we were getting some confirmation," the newsman said. "There are confirmed reports of tidal waves 20 feet or higher in New York City. All the power there has been lost. There are very sketchy reports. The tides don't seem to be stopping. AP is reporting that the Statue of Liberty has been washed out to sea." Mom started crying. Johnny was just staring at the TV like it was broadcasting in a foreign language. "We're fine," Mom said. "We're well inland. I'll keep the radio on, so if there's any calls of evacuations, I'll hear it, but I don't think there will be." After a while, I finally said goodnight and I went to my bedroom. I've kept the clock radio on, and I keep hearing reports. I looked out my window just now. I tried to look at the moon, but it scares me.